Hi, I am Izzat from the Fire Department.
Hi, my name is LUQMAN.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I am Arif. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you.
Have a seat.
Have a seat.
Good morning, Izzat. Thank you for coming today. Can we get you some refreshment? Do you
Sure.
want plain water, coffee, or tea?
Yes, I would like a plain water, please.
Plain water. This is for you.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Alright, so before we begin, I would like to assure you that our conversation today is completely confidential. Anything you share with us will remain strictly between us.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay, now let's talk about the duration and structure of our consultation. Typically, a client consultation session lasts around an hour. Okay, but it can vary depending on the complexity of the case and the amount of information we need to discuss. Is there any specific time frame you have in mind?
No, I don't actually mind how long this takes.
Okay, great. So, in terms of structures, I will start by asking you a series of questions to gather all the necessary details about the situation. This will help me. This will help us better understand the issue at hand and assess the best course of action. After that, we will provide you with an overview of the legal options available to you.
All right, that sounds good. I would like to hear your options.
Once we have discussed the options, we can dive deeper into each one, examine the potential risks, benefit, and any legal consideration that may arise. This will help us make an informed decision on how to proceed.
Okay, perfect. I want to make sure that I have a clear understanding on this matter.
Alright, so throughout the consultation, please feel free to ask any question you may have. We here to provide guidance and address any concern you may have. It is important that you have a complete understanding of the situation and the legal process ahead.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay? So this is your opportunity to gain clarity and make informed decision. Once we have covered all the necessary information, we will discuss the next steps and develop a strategy tailored to your specific needs and goals.
Okay, that sounds very reassuring, and I'm glad to have your expertise on my side.
Thank you for your trust. Rest assured, we will do my best to protect your interests and work towards a favorable resolution. Before that, is there anything else you would like to address before we proceed?
No, I think we have covered everything for now, and I'm confident that we are in good hands.
I'm glad to hear that. Let's get started then. I will begin by asking you some questions to gather the necessary information. So please provide as much detail as possible and don't hesitate to ask for any clarification along the way.
Okay, yes, of course. Okay, so our situation here is regarding a land belonging to us, Gentra, which is currently facing an issue of unlawful occupation of some individuals on part of our land. And they have built makeshift structures and also have cultivated crops on the land.
All right. I understand that you are facing a problem with unlawful occupation of a portion of your land.
Yes.
To better understand the situation, I would like to ask you a few questions. Is that all right?
Yes, sure.
Okay. Firstly, can you provide me with some details about the location of the land, where it is situated?
Okay, so the land now here is located in Hulu Langat and it is classified as an agricultural land.
Okay.
Okay, thank you for your information. Now let's talk about the occupation itself. How long have these individuals been occupying the land?
So the occupation has been going on for quite a number of years, and Gentra has been aware of their occupation.
I see. Has you taken any action against the occupiers during this period?
No action has been taken so far.
Okay, now let's discuss the claim made by the occupier. They assert that they have obtained temporary occupation license from the government when the land was still under the state ownership. Do you have any documentation to support this claim?
Yes, actually, they do claim to have such license. However, we have not seen any actual documents of their claim.
Right, understood. So we will need to assess the validity of this license and determine if they were lawfully granted. So I would like to ask, what if the occupiers argue that your lack of action for over 15 years implies consent to their occupation? So, how do you plan to respond to this claim?
Okay, so actually, we have obtained a planning permission to develop the land into a township with residential, commercial, and industrial properties, and we believe that it strengthens our position and shows that we did not consent to their occupation.
That's an important point. Now let's discuss the next steps. Would you like to proceed with the eviction process?
Yes, I would like to explore with the available options.
Okay, so understood. We will gather all relevant documents and evidence to support our case. These include Gentra's land ownership documents, planning permission, and any evidence of the occupier's unlawful occupation. Then we will then file an application with the court. We will then file an application with the court seeking an order for the eviction. So, are there any specific concerns or questions you have regarding the process?
No, at the moment, but I'm sure there will be in the future.
Okay, welcome. You're welcome. We will work together to gather the evidence, assess defenses, and present a strong case in court. I will keep you informed about the progress and any developments in the case. Is there anything else you would like to discuss?
No, that covers everything for now. Thank you so much for your assistance.
It's my pleasure. We'll take necessary action to address this issue promptly. Please don't hesitate to reach out if you have any further question or concerns.
I will certainly do.
Okay, thank you for coming today. Hopefully, we will meet you again.
First of all, thank you Encik Luqman and Encik Arif for giving me these documents. Let us discuss this matter. So basically, based on this document, there are three issues for our case, right? The first issue, whether Gentra has the right to apply the court to evict the occupier, and second issue, what are steps to be taken by Gentra in order to evict the occupier, and the last issue, whether there are any defenses available for the occupiers that they may claim against Gentra.
Yes.
So let's cut to the chase. Does Gentra have the rights to evict the occupier?
Absolutely. Jimman. Section 340, subsection 1 of National Land Code makes Gentra's registered title indivisible, securing their ownership.
Furthermore, Section 341 rules out adverse possession claims. Regardless of duration, squatters have no legal rights backed by cases like Tijia Swanyo and Ng Yu Moy.
Good. TBK Marumutu case solidifies the strength of registered title under the torrent system.
Yes, and Section 7, subsection 1 of Specific Relief Act entitles Gentra to seek possession through civil procedure.
Gentra can choose between self-help or court proceeding for eviction, but caution is advised against forceful eviction without a court order.
As for the conclusion, Gentra, as the registered landowner, has the right to recover the land from the occupiers through the appropriate legal channels, including eviction.
Alright, it's settled then for the first issue. Let's move on to the second issue. Okay then, let's talk about Gentra development step to evict the occupier. Order 89 of Rules of Court 2012 seems relevant to me.
Right, Encik Mat. Order 89 Rule 1 suggests initiating proceedings through originating summons for possession claims against unauthorized occupiers.
Crucial. This ensures that an efficient process to recover possession without a full trial.
Encik Arif, any thoughts on alternative options like filling the risk of the summons?
True, Encik Mat. While it is an option, originating summons for summary proceeding is more efficient, aligning with principle of summary judgment.
Agreed. Gentra should meet Order 89 procedural requirements, whether filing a writ or originating summons.
So bottom line,
As for conclusion, eviction proceeding guided by Order 89 of Rule of Courts 2012 can be initiated. Options include filing a writ of summons for trespass and eviction or an originating summons for summary proceedings to regain possession of the land.
Okay, then that's a settle for our second issue. So for the last issue in this case, any thoughts on the potential defenses for the occupiers against us?
Encik Mat, Section 341 of the National Land Code is clear. In adverse possession doesn't grant ownership. Therefore, the occupiers cannot extinguish Gensra's title.
Agreed. In Datuk Bandar case, representative of the occupiers lack right that surpass the plaintiff. They must vacate.
So how about Section 341's impact?
It solidifies that, regardless of time, the occupiers cannot erase Gensra's title.
Correct. Gentra, being the true owner, prevails under the torrent system.
How about estoppel defenses, Encik Luqman?
Occupier may claim proprietary estoppel, but without a representation, it falls short.
Their illegal squatter status and lack of interaction with Gensra weaken their claim.
Okay then. So in conclusion, can you conclude?
To conclude, no equitable estoppel for occupiers as Gensra's legal and equitable rights stand firm. Gensra can reclaim its land, occupiers lack a valid claim. So, therefore, Gensra should proceed confidently that the occupiers lack equitable estoppel remedies against Gensra as the rightful owner. Despite Gensra prolonged inaction, the occupiers have no legal standing. Therefore, Gensra can reclaim their land as the occupier claim for law and equity are invalid.
Excellent insights. Let's ensure Gentra is well prepared for a successful legal process. Thank you both of you, Encik Luqman and Encik Arif.
Therefore, I think we settled all issues. It looks like the Gensra development has a local standard to evict the occupier from the land.
Alright. If then, you can ask the receptionist later to call Encik Izzat and set a new appointment with him and discuss with him. Okay? That's all. Thank you all.
Okay, thank you.
Alright,
Encik Mat.
thank you, Encik Mat.